I got a group text from my brother's wedding planner with the final guest list. I scrolled through the names. Mine wasn't there. I typed back, "Hey, I think there's a mistake. My name isn't on the list." My brother Ethan's reply came seconds later. "It's not a mistake. We had to keep the guest count tight. Hope you understand." I stared at my phone. That's when I decided to give him a wedding he'd never forget. My name's Claire. I'm 27 years old, and I work as an event coordinator for luxury destination weddings. Growing up, I was always the grounded one, the helper, the fixer. Ethan was the golden child. He got the spotlight, the praise, the attention. I got the expectations. Be quiet, be helpful, don't outshine him. For years, I did exactly that. Ethan's 2 years older than me, confident, charming, used to getting what he wants. I'm the one who makes things happen behind the scenes. A few months ago, I got engaged to Noah, a travel photographer. We met while I was coordinating a ceremony in Santorini. Our engagement was small, simple, and full of love. Ethan barely acknowledged it. That was fine. I wasn't about the show, but I had access to the best venues across the world and a network that could create magic overnight. If you've ever been pushed aside by your own family, hit subscribe and tell me where you're watching from. Ethan's wedding was set for late July. An extravagant affair at a lakeside resort, over 200 guests. For months, he'd been asking me for help. Just little things, he'd say. Vendor contacts, floral suggestions, coordination templates, and I gave him everything. I thought I was helping my brother. Then, 3 weeks before the wedding, that text came through. I wasn't invited. I called him immediately. "Ethan, what's going on?" He sighed. "Look, Claire, it's complicated. Mom and Dad are covering the cost, and we're over budget. We had to make cuts. You get it? You work in events. You understand how this goes." My chest tightened. "I've been helping you for months." "Yeah, and I appreciate it," he said flatly. "But this day is about me. Okay, not everything has to include you." Then he hung up. That night, my mom called, not to apologize, but to ask if I could still help with the rehearsal dinner. That's when it hit me. They didn't see me as family. They saw me as free labor. I opened my laptop that night, took a deep breath, and started making my own plans. 2 days later, Mom called again. "The restaurant for the rehearsal dinner fell through. Can you fix it? You have connections." I wanted to scream. I wasn't even invited to the wedding, but they wanted me to fix their problems. "Fine," I said quietly, but I screenshotted everything. I arranged the dinner flawlessly, beautiful decor, the best menu, everything perfect. Then I left before anyone arrived. No thank you. No acknowledgement. A few days later, Ethan posted a picture on Instagram. Caption, "Family is everything. So thankful for my sister always supporting me." The comments poured in. "Are you in the wedding party? You two are so close." He replied to one, keeping it small and meaningful this time. My heart sank. My friends noticed. The humiliation was public now. A week later, I ran into Ethan at a cafe. He was with Mom and a couple of his groomsmen, laughing, smiling, like nothing had happened. Mom waved me over awkwardly. Ethan barely looked at me. "Oh hey, Claire," he said. One of his friends smiled. "You must be so excited for the wedding." Ethan quickly cut in. "Claire's super busy with work. She won't make it." I just nodded and walked out before they could see the tears. I sat in my car, wiped my eyes, and texted Noah, "Let's do it." See, what Ethan didn't know was that Noah and I had been planning something quietly for months, our own wedding. Small, intimate, breathtaking. A client of mine had offered us a seaside villa in Santorini for free. Normally, it rented for $20,000 a week, so we did it. We moved our wedding to the same weekend as Ethan's. Same day, 40 guests, close friends, Noah's family, and a few cousins who'd always treated me with respect. I didn't announce it. I just started posting hints, sunsets, over the Aegean Sea, white stone terraces, candles, flowers. People noticed. "Wait, is this your wedding?" I didn't reply, just liked the comments. While Ethan's wedding buzzed online, I quietly prepared for mine. Noah was my rock through it all. "If they don't see your worth," he said, "we'll show the world." 3 days before the big day, I posted a single photo, me in a flowing white dress, barefoot on a balcony overlooking the sea. Caption, "Sometimes, you stop waiting for permission and start living." It blew up. Thousands of likes. Comments flooded in. Ethan saw it. He called me, furious. "Are you seriously getting married the same weekend as me?" I smiled. You said not everything has to include me. I listened. You're doing this to hurt me. No, Ethan. I'm doing this because I deserve to celebrate too. He hung up. I silenced my phone and boarded my flight to Greece. The wedding was pure magic, warm light, music, laughter, love. No drama. No judgment. Just happiness. Meanwhile, back home, Ethan's wedding was in full swing, big, loud, perfect on paper. Until people started seeing my photos, Instagram flooded with posts from Claire and Noah's wedding looked like a dream. Wait, is this the same weekend as Ethan? At Ethan's reception, whispers started. Even Mom was scrolling through my photos, pretending not to care. Later that night, Ethan called again. I didn't answer. 2 days later, Mom called. People are asking why you weren't at Ethan's wedding. And what did you tell them? I asked. Silence. You could have just said the truth. I wasn't invited. She tried to backtrack, but I'd stopped caring. I didn't need their approval anymore. A few days later, Ethan sent a long text, half apology, half excuse. I deleted it. Noah and I came back from our honeymoon happy, glowing, free. Our wedding photos were featured on blogs, shared by vendors. My business took off. Ethan's wedding faded fast. I used to think being excluded meant I wasn't enough. But standing on that balcony, with the man I love, I realized I was always enough. They just weren't worth shrinking for. If you've ever been overlooked by your family and chose yourself instead, hit subscribe. Tell me where you're watching from, and remember, you don't need their invitation to celebrate your worth.